Hi everybody, Mark from Northeast Bastion. How are you guys doing? Well, I've made it. This is the last video in the deep dive series for PowerTeam lures. I've shown you all their baits. This is the final one, and it's their 6-inch Gator, which is their lizard. So if you guys like throwing lizards, if you like to throw them on a Carolina rig, you like to flip and pitch, they have 6 colors. I've got 5 of them, and a few discontinued ones I'll show you, but it's a nice lizard. Now, I don't want to show you one they discontinued to start, but I will show you this guy. So here's what their lizard looks like. Got your lizard body. It's got those little bumps on it like they do on the worm. It's got 2 little legs up front, 2 little legs in the back, and it's got a nice curly tail. So it has a nice swim action in the water. So you can imagine this, Texas rigged on your Carolina rig if you're dragging around, if you just flip and pitch it. However you guys like to, throw a lizard, you could throw it on a Nico rig if you wanted to. I'm sure if you wanted to. I've never Nico rigged on a lizard, but I'm sure this tail would flop around, but primarily I'm going to flip and pitch it. Or I'm going to throw it on a Carolina rig. That's kind of how I use lizards, or I just Texas rig them and flip and pitch them. In the springtime, when fish are starting to move shallow, making beds and stuff, or if they're near beds, a lizard can be really effective. I've had some good days doing that. But let me show you the 6 colors that they have. And there's one I don't, but I'll show you the ones, I'll show you 5 of them, and a couple discontinued ones that they have. The first one I showed you here was green pumpkin. So they have good old green pumpkin. Can't go wrong with that. So green pumpkin lizard, the green pumpkin with the grape swirl, which I thought I just saw. Now I don't see it. Oh, there it is. So there's the green pumpkin, a little bit of grape in there. There's little purple flashes all through there. It looks like it's got some blue flake in it too, which I didn't notice until now. I don't think that's a different color, no. It's got a little blue flake in there, which I didn't notice on the other ones. And some are seem like they got more flake than others, and kind of cool. So that green pumpkin grape swirl is a cool option if you want to add a little flake to it. The June bug color, hard to beat. Classic color. I like that one, flipping and pitching around the shallows in the springtime. Catch a lot of fish on that. The bass do not like those things crawling around by their nests. Good old standby, the kitchen sink. Gotta love it. Great color. Just a great natural color, as I've said on all these videos. I love it. If I was going to try one, that would probably be it. And Okeechobee Craw is the one I don't have. You guys have seen that. I'm sure on one of my orders I'll get it. When I do, I'll show it to you. And Watermelon Red Flake, which is right here. Watermelon Red Flake. So the basic colors. I don't think in lizards you need a ton of colors. Some of these are in the wrong section here. I don't think you need a ton of different colors when you're throwing a lizard. Keep it basic. And I know in most companies that sell lizards, they don't have I don't think they really have, maybe Zoom's got a ton of colors, I don't know. But those are the 6 you really need. I'm sure the Okeechobee Craw looks cool, and when I get it, I'll show it to you. It's going to have that green pumpkin and that sapphire blue on it. There are a couple of discontinued ones I have, which are unfortunate. I always like when there's more color options, but the red shad was always a nice one that I liked. They don't make that color anymore. The green pumpkin blue swirl, for some reason that's a popular color. I'm surprised they didn't keep making it. But the green pumpkin with the grape, they have the grape, but they don't have the blue, so they don't make the blue swirl one anymore. And the pearl white, which is really good when you're got murky water. If you're just kind of maybe bed fishing, it's a good color to throw. They don't make the pearl white anymore. So that's it. There's not a ton of colors. I have the Pro Packs that I bought back in the day. There's your kitchen sink. Here's the discontinued white pearl. You can see it's got some of the Hog Tonic packs in there. Here's the other discontinued, the red shad. What's the Pro Pack that I didn't throw in the box? That to me looks like, that to me looks just like, well, see, some of them, yeah, I guess that's watermelon red. I was going to say it looks like just regular watermelon, but there's definitely some red flake in there. So watermelon red you can still get. Yeah. Green pumpkin grape swirl. I was getting confused there for a minute with my own writing. Pro pack of that. Here's the green pumpkin light blue swirl. Unfortunately, don't make that one anymore. And we got the June bug. So there's the June bug. I'm surprised I don't have the, oh, I did have the kitchen sink. Surprised I don't have the regular green pumpkin in a pro pack, but I do not. Shocking. But, you know, 25 pack, it's gonna last you a while unless you throw lizards a lot. To me, I don't throw them a lot, but there are times of the year when they definitely are part of the arsenal. So if you decide to get some of the lizards, they come in a eight pack for $6.60. So 8 for $6.60, 15% off with my code. If you decide to go with the Pro Pack, the Pro Pack is $10.39, 15% off. So under $10 for 25 of them. Pretty good deal. Try them out. If you like throwing a lizard and you haven't tried it, give it a shot. I think it's kind of an underutilized bait. You know, it was kind of like before creature baits became a thing, that was kind of your creature bait, the lizard. And it will catch fish. They definitely still catch fish. You know, that curly tail has a lot of action. They think it's a predator crawling around by their nest, or if they're on the shallows and they see it crawling around, they will definitely, you know, if you're on a lake that has a bunch of, you know, little salamanders swimming around, I'm sure they're on the menu for the bass that are there. But that's it, guys. That, my friends, is, oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab something. Hold on. Hopefully it won't take me long to find it. Yep, there. Now, for you guys, if you're just nostalgic, or maybe you remember, I mentioned that PowerTeam used to sell a jig that I liked, and I don't remember what they called it, but this is what it looked like. And these came out, I grabbed some, and I definitely liked them. They definitely caught fish. Unfortunately, it's a jig they don't make anymore. It was kind of a different, you know, style head, but caught a lot of fish on them. They had a black one. I'll just go through them. The one that I really liked, no shocker here, was the one with the kitchen sink, you know, skirt. You know, it was kind of like a finesse jig, and did very well with it. Had a few different colors here. I'll show you. I don't remember. Oh, excuse me, what they called them. But I don't even remember what this jig was called. But they did make a jig. They have a jig now that I don't have. If I ever get any, I'll show them to you, obviously. But this was a nice little jig, you know, with the craw hors d'oeuvre. It was killer. It was a perfect combo. I haven't thrown these in a long time. But it had a nice keeper there. I could add a rattle strap to it, put my rattles on. I think I've got some here with rattles from when I was throwing them. Nice stout hook. And it's got kind of a cool jig head, if you guys can see how the shape of it there. Really came through the cover well. This is kind of like, looks like an Okeechobee craw to me. Do my best to kind of remember these colors. That kind of looks like an Okeechobee craw. This has still got, I don't remember what definitely it's got a craw hors d'oeuvre on there. That's been in there for a long time. So here's one, probably the last one I was throwing right here. It's got a rattle on it. I've added a rattle. I've got the craw hors d'oeuvre on there. You can see a nice little finesse jig, which if I went out today and fished, would catch fish on it. You know, unfortunately, I don't make it anymore. I just kind of figured I'd show it to you guys because I'm not gonna, you know, this will be the last of the jig. These are all the ones that I was throwing back in the day. I still got the trailers on them. After I would throw them, I tried different combinations of trailers. A lot of the kitchen sink, as you can see. No surprise there for me. But it was a nice little jig, finesse flipping and pitching jig. Some of them I've added rattles to, some I have not. But like I said, guys, you know, I could go out and throw this tomorrow and catch fish on it. I'm sure it would work fine. I'd probably doctor it up with a rattle first, but you know, nice pork trailer or craw hors d'oeuvre on there. Definitely go catch it. Oh, it's got some old Some green rattles on there. These ones all, yeah, see a lot of these I put rattles on. That one's got red. Most of these apparently are our kitchen sink, so you can see the color that I really like to use. I had these all ready to go with rattles on them. Black rattles, red rattles. Some of the skirts are bigger than others. Maybe I cut some of them down. Maybe that's how they came before because these look like they're cut down a little. But that's it, guys. That's the old, if you guys have any of these laying around, maybe you remember what these colors are. I don't know if you really, not that big, not really that important, but this might be a skirt I put on. I don't really know. I don't remember. So these are very, very old. Very old. So great little purple on there. Okay. Peanut butter and jelly. Green pumpkin, a light blue swirl one here, and that's it. I just thought I'd kind of, you know, for you guys out there that may have thrown them, it'd be kind of nice to see them again. I don't remember what they called the jig, if it even had a name. But that was it. I figured I'd just show that to you guys quick before I wrap up all my PowerTeam stuff. But that's it, guys. So the old jig from back in the day from PowerTeam that I used to throw and catch some bass on way back when they had it. I don't remember obviously what they called it, but the old jig box there. And a lot of them are all ready to fish. The hooks are still really in good shape. No rust on them at all. It's great. So my old PowerTeam jig box there from back in the day. So that's it, guys. If, as I mentioned in the other video, if you're new to PowerTeam lures, you've seen now everything in the lineup that you can currently get. Some great soft plastics. If you love to flip and pitch, they've got great options. If you like swim baits, they have options. If you like drop shot baits, they have options. They have lizards, they've got worms, jig trailers, craws, so a little bit of everything, tubes. You know, check out the website. Don't forget to use my code MarkNJBass. That's a code I got back in the day when I lived in Jersey and got to know Katie and Bob and get part of the pro staff there, or promotional staff. I don't want to say pro staff since I'm not a pro fisherman, but we'll say promotional staff. And I love the baits. I still love them. There's really not a time that I go fishing where I don't even have one of their bait categories in my boat. And I just think people kind of have forgotten about them, and which is a shame because they make good stuff and they're still out there. You know, I don't see the promotion that I used to see, so I don't know who owns the company now. I'd like to see them come out with new colors, new baits. That would be cool. But what they do have is good. What they do have is good. I like it. It's quality stuff, great colors, and you know, check them out. Check them out. And use that discount code I have and take advantage of it and save some money if you want to try them. But any questions on any of the baits in the series, you know, feel free to ask in the comments. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So we'll move on to another bait category after this. Now, if you guys didn't know about PowerTeam or never heard of them, now you're very educated as far as it goes. So so check out the website. I'll put the links like I always do, and you can check everything out. And don't forget to use that code of mine, MarkNJBass, and save 15% if you decide to order. So that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please like this video. Please share it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.